Hello. Good morning. How's it going? Inky. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Oh my God. Okay. I remember how to do this, right? Yeah. I do. Oh my God. Let's go. Oh, hello, Sphere. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I'm coming out of another closet. I am tired. Like hella tired. And okay, lots of shifts, lots of changes in my life, and like I was dumb. Okay, I was really stupid. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going through so many personal changes and emotional changes, and like maybe my vibes are going to be different. So like if I go back to streaming, it's going to be really jarring because the content is going to be weird. It's like, bitch, your community is amazing. Like streaming has always been about just like having a space to express myself. So if myself shifts, that's like totally fine. But it again a little bit dumb. So like it takes a second for the wisdom to actually sink in. So hi, we're doing this again, and I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm not like doing anything specific today. We're just gonna chill, hang out, maybe get stuff done, maybe read stuff. I have a book right there. So yeah, doing last minute prep for my stream. Ooh, Ali, is that the 24-hour stream or like a different stream? Because I heard you were doing a 24-hour one, and like I have questions. First off, why? Like why 24 hours? Like is it like a challenge? I might have asked this before because I know you've done another one, but like again the memory. But like yeah, please explain. I'm very confused, but like it sounds like quite an accomplishment. Like a river. I made chai this morning. I've been making chai for like weeks and it's delicious. Like from scratch or whatever. Like I mash the spices. It's my first anniversary. Oh my God, you've been streaming for a year? The consistency. Oh my God. Okay, I will do my best to make it in. I make no promises because my life is absolute fucking chaos. I went from like basically prioritizing my health and then just like working as I was able to being completely in charge and just there's this like incredible pressure to do a bunch of things really really fast and I'm just like so like yeah that's part of why I haven't been like around as much. Just life shifted a lot very fast, but it's fine. I'm vibing with it and getting back into things, figuring out ways to get shit done, but also do what I love because I think that I need to create space for that to maintain my mental health. People change with time. To expect anything else would be a word I can't pull. Unreasonable? Because I think it's pretty unreasonable of myself to expect myself to just like stop changing. No, you're totally fine. Okay, cool. But like yeah, just yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that change is a natural part of just like being a human being, and like we all naturally change over time. But I've realized that a lot of people that don't change by choice are kind of resistant to this concept, and it's really strange because it's like, how dare you change? I'm like, we're literally supposed to. Like, health has to be a priority. Look after yourself. I'm doing my best. Like I'm focusing on just keeping myself fed. But everything's kind of like interconnected, you know? Like I'm realizing that keeping my house clean and if possible like tidy has a really big impact on my mental health and just making everything more accessible. So that's a trip. It's like trying to balance like the neurodivergent urge to make everything functional and efficient, and then the traumatized need to just have a fucking nap. And it's like trying to get these two parts of myself to compromise and just like, okay, have we worked enough? Can I have a nap now? And like, yeah. Also, guess how much I've walked this year? Ooh, okay, people a while back were saying like 10,000 steps a day was the goal. So let's say I don't know what to extrapolate from that. 500,000. 500,000? I don't know. Or like, are we doing kilometers, miles? Like, Give me the numbers, Ali. Tell me. If you aren't changing, you probably aren't learning either. That sounds miserable. Cleanliness of house is annoyingly helpful for mental health. Well, that's the thing. There's this whole concept in the older generation, right, of being like stuck in your ways. And how are you stuck? Like, unless you're, I don't know, in prison, disabled in some way, like, what is actually stopping you? Like, the information is there. Just look at it. Adjust. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of a freak, but um close. A little over 1 million steps. Oh my God, that's so many steps. Fuck yeah. Let's go, Ali. You're a walking champion. I really want to get like one day the little like watch that tells you your heart rate and stuff. I'm really curious about my heart rate specifically, but it would be really good to see how much I'm walking because I wasn't able to walk like consistently for about 5 years, and now I'm getting back into it. And there are days when I walk like half an hour and I'm like, okay, that's enough. And then I walk 4 hours and I'm like, this is amazing. I want to keep going, but the body's like, bitch, chill. So like, yeah, I'd be curious to see how that chaos pans out over a span of time. um, yeah. Change is scary, sure, but like change is how things get better as well. Not just scary, like okay, ever since I started the healing process, I've been very surprised and shocked by how things have gone. And one thing that I've been consistently shocked by is just how fucking uncomfortable things feel. And I feel like personally I would have done better if somebody would have warned a bitch like this is going to make your life better and it's going to be incredibly uncomfortable because there's this thing, right? Like when you've been living a life of like pain, suffering, and discomfort, that kind of becomes, at least in my case, like a bit of a comfort zone. So when you move out of it, it's like, this feels safe and unnatural. Like, are things supposed to be this quiet? Like this slow? Like, yeah. But it's also been really nice just to learn how to slow down a little bit. At the same time, mounting pressure to get moving. So it's really weird to go through these things at the same time. Change is human. If you're not changing, you're dead. Yeah, literally. Like preemptively decomposing, but like spiritually. mm. That's a little bit hot. I might burn my tongue a little. Okay, that's okay. I'll put the chai to one side and leave the lid open. That's another thing. Okay, so like I was starting to like do a British accent when I was reading. But technically this is my natural accent. It just shifted when I lived in America and something broke in my brain and like now it's happening all the time. Can I even do like the American? Like does this still sound the same as when I used to stream or is it different? So yeah, that's been interesting. Like an unexpected side effect of just like being more expressive, I guess. Mm. Yeah, it's hard to adjust to then not being danger behind every corner. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. I've been able to sleep in the dark. This is a big deal for me. I've been afraid of the dark my whole life, and then I kind of like got over it as in repressed the fear for several years as an adult because adults aren't supposed to be afraid of the dark. And then when I like lost my mind, it just ramped up immensely. And I had to sleep with like some type of light. And I have a really pretty aurora light in my room. I love it. I love it so much. But it does kind of like a sound and it wakes me up from time to time. So it was like the ability to sleep annoyed or insomnia for 2 hours because I'm terrified of the darkness. But like I've actually been able to like fall asleep peacefully in the dark a few times and just like the progress. Like ah. Hell yeah, getting over fears is great. Good for you. Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to listen back to like one of my old streams and see what my voice sounds like. That's another thing I was self-conscious about. I'm like, I sound different. What if they don't like me anymore? But yeah. Fuck it. Like I know who my community is. We're all queer as fuck, like, yeah. Buen día, ¿cómo les va? Bienvenido a mi stream, ¿todo bien? ¿Todo tranqui? ¿Cómo estás? De dónde sos? ¿Qué parte de Latinoamérica? ¿O España? Tuve un viewer español una vez por acá, va, una vez. Your voice is lovely. Oh my god, thank you. I think so too. I might, something like when I have a particularly good, in my opinion, singing video, I might like watch it back from time to time. Just like, oh my god, I hit that note like so smoothly. Buenos Aires, Argentina. ¿Y vos? Yo estoy en Tierra del Fuego, Argentina. Yeah. Estoy streameando hace como 4 meses nomás, así que bastante nueva todo esto, pero no sé, es divertido. Tomé un descanso de unas semanitas para ajustar a unos cambios de la vida, pero ahora estoy retornando. Así que nada, eso. ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo está yendo tu día? Yeah, we bilingual up in this bitch. Both languages at the same time. Mm. Once my life kind of like stabilizes and stuff, that's something I would really like to dedicate some serious time to. I would really love to practice like French. Je veux parler le français. I also really like Italian, Japanese, even though that one is like alphabet wise kind of hell. Dude, I was petrified about my voice and appearance growing up. Over times, I've learned that shame is a load of crap and I don't want to apologize for existing. Ali! Ali, same. Okay, not only did like my family condition me to be like, you're kind of like mid, but also school. I got bullied for fucking everything. My eyes, my forehead, my eyebrows, my mouth, my body shape, different parts of my body. My fingers were weird, my hands, my ears, just fucking everything. And I'm like, apparently this is a very common experience for hot people. So, yeah, at this point, I'm like, if you're getting bullied, someone's jealous of you. Like, but like, there was this one TikToker the other day that made a video that I kept laughing at because she was like, to the bullies, like, I don't understand the mindset. Like, why are you angry that I'm ugly? Like, shouldn't I be the one that's angry about that? I was just like, but literally that. Yeah. Estamos lejos, pero no tan lejos. Posta. O sea, relativamente hablando, la mayoría de mis viewers están tipo, no sé, Estados Unidos, Europa, tipo otros continentes. Por lo menos este es el mismo país. I was too. The aggressive part of the aggressive positivity comes from that. I may have anger issues that I've been dealing with for decades. Ali. Oh my god. Gracias por el follow. Okay, I've been thinking about this. Is it really an issue if the anger is a proportional response to the bullshit we had to endure? Because, like, at that point, I don't feel like it's an issue. I feel like the issue is that we were subjected to that and expected to remain calm. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like, emotions don't really, like, go away. They just kind of, like, accumulate in the body and then fester over time. So, yeah. I think it's fine to get it out. Like, maybe don't, like, take revenge because many reasons, but, like, boxing. I have a sword that I'm gonna start swinging around. Motherfucker. Hang on, I don't want to, like, knock over my orange juice. That would be devastating. Hang on, can I make it with my headphones? Ugh. Yeah. I haven't swung it in a while, so don't judge me, okay? But, like, yeah. It's a foam sword, but I'm gonna start doing, like, sword drills and stuff. Like, just the boring little... But then eventually it's gonna turn into, like, some cool little sword play. It's a LARPing weapon. I can hit my friends with this. Okay. Yeah. If you cannot fit into social expectations and be happy, that challenges the idea that they have accepted that happiness comes from compliance with these norms. Hella wise, hella insightful. Because, like, literally, I've realized that it's not that I was ever, like, inherently a problem. It's just more that my existence goes against a lot of shit that they believe. You need to release emotions. Yes. I wasn't proportional. It wasn't proportional at all. I threw a wood chair at a classmate when I was 14. I like the mellow I have now. Okay, that's fair. That, yeah, valid to call it anger issues. I have the other perspective about mine just because I repressed all that. Like, I did snap a couple times, but I don't remember doing something like super, super dramatic. Like, it felt dramatic in the moment, but my stuff ended up being quite low key, I think. I don't know, maybe some memories will come back once I'm ready for them. Because a lot of this is like, unsure what happens, you know? Sword, yes! I have a sword. Revenge tends to get messy quickly. Any proportional revenge we could take would get us in prison, so yeah, no revenge for us. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I'm like, there's this metal song in Spanish, and the opening line is something like, la mejor venganza que tú puedes tener es tener éxito, which is basically the best revenge you can have is to like achieve success, have success, be successful. But that doesn't necessarily mean like financially, like whatever success means to you. Like to me, success would be like quality of life, wealth, good food, good company, lovers, like lots of board games, lots of LARPing events, fancy clothes that make me feel like a fairy or like a knight or a mystical being. Like that would be successful for me. Ooh, knight someone for a bunch of points. That's actually so smart. That's such a good idea. Okay, I'm putting that in my mod chat. I really should put it on my obsidian, but like I gotta figure that out. Okay, knight someone for a bunch of points. Hell yeah. I love that. And you can make them temporary mods. Hell yeah. No vengeance. Like, live a good life and make them regret. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, that has been one of the spiciest and most motivational shifts in my thought patterns when it comes to the healing recently. Like, it's like, okay, there are some people that have been really mean, and there are some people that want to see me fail. So, every time that I succeed at something, that's like an act of rebellion against them. And that's kind of like revenge. So now I'm just viewing every single act of self-love and self-pampering as like an act of war. And that makes me feel really good. And like it satisfies the urge for revenge. No, temporary mods because mods have swords. They're your knights. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool. Ah. Oh my god, I've been vibing so hard at this playlist, but I want to listen to this one next. There we go. I don't know if this happens to everybody else or if it's just me being insane and having a bit of pattern recognition, but like whenever I go through shifts in my life, I start to discover music that seems to line up perfectly with whatever the fuck I'm feeling. Maybe I've just like trained my algorithm to that point, but like it feels quite providential. Okay. So I have a couple options for things to read. I have an e-reader, so technically I have like 110 options, but yeah, I thought doing a little bit of reading to get back into it. And plus I love reading to myself, to others. It's fun. So I might do that for a little bit. Okay. So Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. I'm technically on chapter 3, but I got kind of confused. Oh, did you get a chance to read what I have? I'm so sorry. I got busy that day and I forgot. Can I read that on stream? Like, this is a very casual stream, but like, I would like to read it, and that's actually perfect. Where did I put it? Lavender forever, hummingbird weather. I can just search for from. Wait, can I not? No? Okay, hang on. Is it in submissions for stream? I think it is. Why is it, usually the search thing... Okay, can I just look for the hero? Yeah, there we go. No, that's fine. Wait, so I can read it or I can't read it? Another magic Spanish spell when you say fabulosa, cual diosa, hermosa, inky winky is left speechless. I mean, you're not wrong. Hello, Sadi. Welcome to the stream. How you doing this morning? Or wait, you're in Spain, right? Is that the afternoon? Or is it evening? Alright, I'm lost. Geography, mate. I failed that shit, okay? Yes, my accent has shifted. We can talk about it if you guys want to, but I don't. I was just trying out to see if I could still do the American, and like it's fading, which is it's scary. Like I spoke like that for 4 years, and now it's just like going away. Like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. Hi. Like, does this sound any closer to like the way that I used to? It feels different. It feels like I'm not speaking the same way. Like it feels like a British person trying to do an American accent. Getting ready to leave, so just passing to say hello. Oh, well, hello. Thank you for coming by. You'll get it back if you go back to the area. I plan to never return. Like, honestly, like, America is not a place I want to go back to, especially not with the bullshit that's going on politically nowadays. I can't find my chapstick. I started using it, like, recently, and I've become kind of addicted. There is. Okay. Ali, if I'm not allowed to do this, please stop me. Okay. But I've been curious about this for a while, so... Yeah. Let me just find the instrumental. I guess we can do this one. Yeah. Oh my god, bestie! Hi! How are you? Hello. I'm gonna read. Honestly, very fair indeed. Yeah. I've been curious about this for a while. Metí los dedos en el enchufe. I mean, I'm not super knowledgeable about, like, Argentine jerga and all that, but, like... Mostly because I left for a few years and, like, information starts to delete from this brain. Me is cold waiting for the bus. I'll pop in only for a bit. You're going to work. You're going to go get exploited. I am both, like, sad that you have to do that and a little jealous because I'm still in the interview stages. Okay. How's the orange juice? It's very good. It's very good. It's very good indeed. Rigissimo. Not as good as the one I had last night, though, because I actually, like, squeezed my own oranges because I love myself and shit. And, like, sometimes I actually act on that. Yeah. Okay, so we've read chapter 1. Now, I went to dentist, work at 14 hours. Oh, okay. How is the dentist? Are you okay? I always get kind of, like, scared at the dentist. Should I? Okay, it's 63 pages, so we're not gonna get, like, super deep in. Oh, but maybe we should... Okay, no. We're gonna do, like, an actual, like, reading of this at some point because, like, yeah, I want to give this, like, much more attention and, like, leave notes and stuff. So, like, yeah. This is gonna be, like, a whole thing that we do, just not right now. But yeah. I will be reading that. I'm gonna ask Ali if I can make that a video. Instead, we're gonna read Two Cats Walking. Okay. This is a book about two cats that fuck off and get lost, I believe. We'll find out. Paychecks are useful, even if work can suck. Hope the dentist was okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, good. Good. Chapter 1. Introducing us. We are Sappho and Dido, two cats who have decided to tell their story to the world. The idea came to us because of the woman with whom we live. She is called Meg, and we began to notice that she spent a lot of her time tapping away on a machine and getting cross when we walked over the keyboard. When we realized that Meg's tapping was to do with writing stories, apparently this is how she makes her living, we were very excited because cats are storytellers par excellence. We have been weavers of tales since the very beginning. Long before Homer immortalized Troy. As a matter of fact, it was we cats who first gave Homer his ideas for Odysseus and the Trojan Wars. This, of course, was before humans lost the skill of communicating with other animals. Oh, I had to step away to get groceries. Ali! Okay, so I was gonna read from chapter 2, but then I realized that maybe it had changed. So I was gonna ask, is it okay if I, read your story and just, make it a video and just post that on YouTube? Is that okay? Or do you want me to just read it and leave notes? Because I'm down for both. I would like to read it. Because I'm really enjoying reading out loud to myself, and I'm like, might as well just make a fucking video out of it so you guys can enjoy it too. But yeah, just let me know if that's cool. In the very far off days before the Tower of Babel, all sensitive humans could learn from cats, and were very glad of their benign influence. But with the building of the tower, the human race took a huge step backwards, and very soon discordant speech was replacing all the more subtle forms of communication. Humans could no longer understand the rest of the creation, let alone tap the rich store of feline wisdom. Indeed, many cats would say that after Babel, humans had the greatest difficulty even in understanding one another. Just read it and leave notes if you can. I would appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you for the clarifying. Only a very few humans escaped the general blight, but, for a while at least, a thin scattering of kindred spirits like Homer and the poetess Sappho, after whom, incidentally, I am named, were able to maintain a link with the feline world. And it was into the ears of these humans, men and women upon whose shoulders had fallen the mantle of the storyteller, that we cats were still able to breathe our secrets and our wisdom. Once every praise singer, every troubadour, and every teller of tales worthy of their calling was accompanied by a cat as they travelled the world. From palace to hall, hall to alehouse, alehouse to campfire, brightening the long winter evenings with tales of love and valor, of mystery and might. Oh my god, Esme, hello! Welcome to this stream. We're reading Two Cats Walking. Skeptics who question what I say need only reflect for a moment upon the exalted position that cats have occupied since the very dawn of history. Let them go to the ancient Egyptian section of the British Museum and see for themselves in what deep respect and awe our feline ancestors were held. Cosseted, elevated to divine status, costly rings bedecked their ears and noses, precious gems and amulets of power were hung on silken cords about their necks. Their place was beside the throne. And when the time came for the pharaoh to lay aside the double crown of the upper and the lower kingdoms and set upon his long journey through the halls of death, at least one of our ancestors, mummified as he was himself, accompanied him to help decipher the sacred map of the dead and to steer the astral ship on its course through the highways of the stars. I love how fucking magical and whimsical this introduction is. But enough of ancient history. Back to the present. If a mere woman could use... What do you mean mere woman? Bitch? If a mere woman could use this story writing machine, there was no reason why we cats should not do the same. Pencils and pens present certain difficulties, but we could happily tap away on the keys, telling our own unique tale for the benefit of anyone who cared to read it, and we would become famous. So to begin, we, Sappho and Dido, are sisters of the same litter. Our mother was a silver and black tabby with a lot of white about her belly, which is the part of her we remember best. Sometimes the memory of that blissful white milky softness and the lovely warm smell that spelt absolute comfort and safety quite overpowers us. Then we have to go upstairs to the sheepskin rug and knead it with our paws and suck at the wool until we are sick or until Meg comes and makes us stop. Meg does not understand the great poignancy of cat consciousness, particularly this kittenhood foretaste of heavenly delight. She is merely concerned that we are making brown stains on the sheepskin. Sappho and Dido? Yeah, so Sappho and Dido are the two cats. Trust cats to talk themselves up so much. Literally. Hell yeah. Okay. I really love the way that the description is written, because I've wanted to write a story from the perspective of a spider, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck a spider perceives. How do I even go about this? And then my good friend Uzi got me a book about like animal senses. So I'm slowly working through that and learning so much about like, what is it called? Umwelt? Like a set of sensory perception that's unique to a certain animal, insect, creature. Like, yeah, it is really interesting. Not too bad, thanks. Today's gone well enough so far. Hell yeah, I'm glad that you're doing well. Oh, today is a 24-hour stream. Okay, I'm definitely gonna pop in then. I mean, I have to go buy something and then I'll be back. But if it's 24 hours, I'll definitely have like a point in time where I can pop in. Gotta pop out. Bus is about to arrive. Have a good stream. Thank you, bestie. Have a good day. I am doing job training, but they have not verified my document. Oh my god, is it Uzi? Hi. They said it will be done by tomorrow. I am attending job training right now, but my mood is low. I don't know how to feel about this shit anymore. Well, Uzi, if you want to talk about it, if you want to vent, I have to go buy something later and then come back. But like before or after that, we can call. I'm good. Shopping for clothes online. Ooh, what type of clothes? Getting a crop top for the first time. Oh my god, fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. I mean, as a non-binary person, I'm excited for anybody who buys a crop top. Oh, don't. It's going to be so hard to figure out how to write from the perspective of a sentient asteroid. If we ever get the world building done enough to start on a story. Oh my god, I love that. Yes. I need to read more like fantasy and science fiction because like the way that my tiny attempt at writing fiction went, it got weird really fucking fast. And I'm like, I really need to learn how to describe weird things. Crop tops are great, yes. Thanks. In 2 hours I will be free. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do, like how long I'm gonna be here, but like we shall see. Also I got Stormlight archive art. Is that like a book? A game? Was ist das? Please elucidate what that is. Sanderson. Okay, yes. I do have a TBR that's somewhat organized on Obsidian. So let me just go ahead and put Sanderson on there. Because it's on my Discord, but I haven't put every single thing recommended to me on my codex yet. Because I have so much data to organize. And I'm job searching. And I'm cooking for myself every single day. That's so much. Okay. If anybody has any like tips, tricks, and advice, like as independent adults have been taking care of themselves for a while. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, just like generally. I'm learning all the time, but like if anybody has like I've been doing this for 30 years and this is much more efficient, like please. Educate me. Okay. I don't know if I should put it educational or just for fun, best of both. I mean, it's going to be educational as far as like learning how to write, but it is like fun. I'm just going to put it on fun. Okay, Sanderson. That'll motivate me to read it. That's my favorite book series. Fuck yeah. That doesn't surprise me, even though I never read the series myself. Hell yeah. The vibes match. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with the book a little bit. Fathers do not assume the same importance in feline family life as they do among humans, and so our papa was not known to us personally. He is said to have been a huge black cat who terrorized the neighborhood. Since there are few tomcats in the sparsely populated part of rural England where we were born, the rumor is probably true. In further support of the notion is the fact that when Dido and I were fully grown, we too achieved a large and enviable size. Not fat, of course, although some silly people have called us that. No, our build is more akin to the noble stature of our Egyptian ancestors. We think we might once have actually encountered our papa face to face. This is when an enormous black male cat with claws unsheathed and teeth bared sprang out at us from behind the garden shed. We were still very young then. It was just before we were taken for our operation, and being particularly lithe and fleet of foot, we were able to make our escape. Not that consanguinity would have posed any problems for cats in the direct and sacred Egyptian line. Of course, rather the reverse, really. Ancient royal Egyptians liked to keep marriage within the family. We had fled because we didn't like being jumped at. But all that came later. The first major upheaval in our young lives was leaving our mother and the first home we had ever known. There were 4 of us kittens in the litter. I, Sappho, was the second born, coming after a big, bumptious male kitten named Buster. The fuck is bumptious? He and I most closely resembled our mother in appearance, though Mamma was forced to concede that my markings were more beautiful and regular than either hers or my brother's. I have 4 perfect snow-white feet, a dazzlingly white bib and stomach, and the longest of long white whiskers. My eyes are particularly fine, being very large and expressive, and boldly outlined in black and silver. The rest of me is that perfection of antique silver and black markings known as tabby. I also have a tabby, and she's quite glorious. The world building, the characters. Ooh, okay, those are 2 things that that's actually what I want to focus on. I have been chatting to incredibly talented RPG masters, and they were basically giving me the this is how you focus on descriptions of the world, and this is how you focus on characterization. Was it characterization? Basically person focused descriptions. And I think that I would probably veer more towards people, but we'll see. I want to learn both. Cooking daily, batch cook, always batch cook. 3 or 4 servings and maybe 10% more work to prep than a single portion, and that saves you a few days of cooking. I want to do that. I want to do that so bad, but I have such a limited amount of fucking Tupperware that what I have to do is I have to cook every single day. And then when I hit a day that's depression, anxiety, paralysis, executive dysfunction, it's okay, I have food in the freezer. I don't have to worry about it. And that's what I batch cook for. But yeah, but what I do is I get all my meals done in the morning. That at least cuts down a little bit. What I've heard of it is very good idea. I don't do it myself because cooking is therapeutic for me. I do find it therapeutic, but the low function days, cooking is just a chore for us. But if you enjoy it, then sure. Also, find what chores really help you like your living space the most. Cleaning, decluttering, dusting. Make those the priority. I can prioritize the chores. What? What? Okay, I'm writing this down. Okay, I'm gonna write down how to batch cook without Tupperware, and yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba. Did I put this in logistics? I mean, probably. Do I have something for like handling my house? Laminated house info. Okay, we'll put it in here for now and then I'll figure it out. Because I'm insane. I want to create like protocols for how to clean my house and stuff, and then just like print those and laminate them and glue them on the wall. Because day to day, yes, I do remember the steps necessary to sweep my house. But when the depression hits, the brain just crashes. So if there's any chance of me doing anything, I need very clear instructions. And I'm just gonna give up on ever being a normal person and just like accommodate the fucking autism. Okay. So prioritize cleaning chores. Ooh, this is gonna like, yeah. And then can I batch cook? Is limited support. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. You can prioritize anything. That makes sense, but I lose sight of that. Like, Esme is consistently telling me, like, everything is allowed, and I'm just like, at this point, I've literally written it on a piece of paper, and it's glued to my wall right there. Like, everything is allowed. It's like, I literally keep forgetting. You can also just put the pan of food in the fridge if it's just for tomorrow food. The pan? That feels like a crime. I don't know why, but like that feels criminal. Yep, better than nothing. Normality is overrated. Truth. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gonna read a little bit more. Everything is permitted. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, the rest of me is that perfection of antique silver. The description. Yeah, no, I'm adorable. The third born was another female. She was black all over, which gives further credence to the idea of the fearsome Black Tom having sired us. Otherwise, she was unremarkable, save for being saddled with the unfortunate name of Serafina. Excuse me, Serafina Pecola is one of my favorite characters in his Dark Materials. Like, what the fuck? Okay, sorry. She and my brother were never homed, but remained with my mother, part of an extraordinary bohemian menagerie of cats, dogs, ducks, birds, and human children, upon which our innocent blue eyes first opened. Last of the litter, the runt, was another female, the one fated to be my companion, my sister Dido. She was tabby all over, but unlike my sumptuous black and silver stripes, hers were varying shades of brown and pewter, and the fur on her belly was a workaday beige. She was not blessed with any of my dazzling whiteness, except for the merest grubby smidgen under her chin. Nor has her fur ever assumed the exquisite silkiness of my coat, but is of a more woolly and coarse texture. We further differ in that the pads of her feet are a serviceable black, while mine are a delicate shell pink, requiring a great deal of attention to keep them in the immaculate condition required of our race. Okay, it's giving kind of like weird vibes, right? Like, am I the only one catching like slight supremacist vibes here? Like, I'm trying to be like, this is just about cats, but like, I don't know, mate. Like, the most striking and, to my mind, the most embarrassing aspect of my sister Dido's appearance is her eyes. These have remained perfectly round, like those of a tiny kitten, giving her a permanently startled expression. That sounds adorable. Yet, in spite of all these shortcomings, there are humans perverse enough to admire Dido more than they do me. What marvelous markings she has, they say. What amazing symmetry. Meg even claims that Dido reminds her of a picture called Tiger in a Tropical Storm, surprised, by a French artist named Douanier Rousseau. I don't. I know my pronunciation is not very good, but like I'm still gonna be extra with it. Cats are all supremacists. My phone died. Oh no! Very rude phone indeed. Yes. How dare it run out of juice? Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. Also, I saw a triple rainbow yesterday, and it was my first time seeing a rainbow in the wilds. Wait, what do you mean a triple rainbow? Like, I understand double rainbow. What the fuck is a triple rainbow? And like, can I see one? Do you have a picture? And you get three at once? Wait, is it like just three Wait, I thought a double rainbow was a rainbow that you can see like both sides of. Is a double rainbow actually like two rainbows at the same time? Ooh, nice. Triple rainbow. Attack of the Queen. A rainbow on top of a rainbow on top. I haven't even seen like a double one. I thought I had, but like... Mate, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Fuck yeah. Two rainbows on top of each other. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. After I discovered that Meg's writing machine also gave us access to the internet, I have used the facility to track down this Rousseau painting. It is in the National Gallery in London. Having seen it, I reject outright Meg's fanciful notion. My sister looks nothing like this rather crudely painted tiger, except perhaps for the startled expression which I think of as Dido's daft look. While I was still locked on to the National Gallery, however, Dido saw a picture which she thinks resembles her far more closely. This is an oil painting by Hogarth, and clearly the artist was a cat lover, because, having been paid to produce a portrait of the Graham children, he made the focus of the picture an eager little tabby cat perched on a boy's shoulder. I have to admit that with its round eyes and big paws, it does look very like Dido, especially when she is watching a squirrel or stalking pheasant. But enough about Dido's looks. Back to the story. Rousseau painting? Yeah, like tiger in a tropical storm. I can maybe look it up. I can show things. I remember how to stream. What are you talking about? Okay. Okay, so now I just have to go to... What do I do, like poetry? Oh, this one has my face on it. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba. And I probably have to recapture this because everything breaks. Where is it? Discord. Okay. There we go. This is Tiger in a Tropical Storm. And like, yeah, the eyes do look like kind of surprised and stuff. Absolutely. Honestly, I was talking to my partner yesterday when I saw it and immediately went, I see why queer people chose the rainbow to represent them. They're majestic and beautiful. Yes! And there's something poetic about like rainbows like popping up after like rainstorms. Like after thunderstorms and rainstorms and stuff. Like, yeah, there's something there. I didn't know you have a partner. Honestly, I am also like finding out right now. Congratulations. I do. They're phenomenal and I love them. Hell yeah. You have such good people in your online community. I'm sure you also attract amazing partners. Hell yeah. That's such a beautiful sentiment. Okay. Do we have another painting to show? An oil painting by Hogarth of the Graham children. Does this exist or is this just like... Wait. Oh, I can like full screen in OBS. That's... so Hogarth oil painting Graham. Is it this? Oh, look at the little tabby cat. Okay, this is really cool. Yeah. That's really adorable. Okay, so that's kind of like what Dido looks like. We have a visual aid now. Hell yeah. Okay. Now, but enough about Dido's looks. Back to the story. When the time came for us kittens to go to a new home, it was natural that, with my stunning good looks, I should be the first chosen. This was when I first met Meg and her husband Bill. Actually, they are really William and Margaret, but humans have an irritating habit of tampering with perfectly good names. The entire trans community. They meddle with our names too, calling us Safi, Safi, Saf, Diddy Puss, Diddy, and sometimes even Saf and Did. So catching is this annoying habit that we even find ourselves using these nicknames occasionally. When we were very young, the gardener used to call us the Terrible Twins, but this insult we chose to ignore altogether. My partner is a fantastic artist and even better writer than I am. They bound 2 books for my last 2 birthdays. They made my favorite set of dice. They're so cool. They made the Zeus dice? Oh my god, that's so cool. And yeah, I remember one of the first streams I popped in, you showing me like the books that they bound for you. That's really cool. I feel called out. Yeah, same. Names are there to be tampered with. How else are you supposed to make cute nicknames for your partner? Literally, I need to start like hoarding like cute non-binary nicknames so I can either request them or use them if I, date someone non-binary. Check out Zizlo. What? Zizlo Beksinski. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. On Wikipedia or his paintings too, please. Okay. That is so sweet. I love that. That's so. It's beautiful. Okay. Sounds Polish. Polish painter and photographer. Okay. I mean, it has the phonetic alphabet pronunciation, but I don't know how to read that. Was a Polish painter, photographer, and sculptor specializing in the field of dystopian surrealism, which I don't know what that is. Beksinski made his paintings and drawings in what he called either a Baroque or a Gothic manner. Okay, I'm sold. You had me at goth. I was curious at Baroque, but like goth. His creations were mainly in 2 periods. The first period of work is generally considered to contain expressionistic color with a strong style of utopian realism and surreal architecture. The second period contained more abstract style with the main features of formalism. Okay. Trigger warning. They're kind of creepy. Like they look cool, but they're kind of creepy. So like just be aware. I'm gonna shift to the thing now. Dystopian surrealism sounds cool. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, I love that. Ooh. I love like that like muscly type of thing, but it looks like artificial. That's really pretty. It reminds me of like a type of tree that we have here, like in Ushuaia. Los árboles bandera, because like we have really strong winds because coastline and stuff. So a lot of the trees when they're growing up, they will get like a lot of winds in a specific direction, and then they'll just like grow in that direction, and it kind of looks like a flag. That's why they're called árbol bandera, like flag tree, basically. But this is like usually they grow that way, and this is growing like that way. But it's similar, like the structure. That's cool. I wonder if you ever saw like those types of trees. Oh, oh shit! Thank you. I will hydrate. Yes, very kind. Mm. Look at his little heel, or that little heel. Like, fuck yeah. Okay, that's very tiny. Oh. It's like someone playing a trumpet with a million fingers. I really hope I meet someone who wants to go to like an art museum with me, who understands like the language of visual art. Because I look at it and I'm like, vibes. But I don't really understand what's happening. And I would just really like to hear someone hot and intelligent just like talk to me for hours about the meaning of artwork and what this is doing and this and the influence of this other thing, and just like, yeah, that sounds like a good time. Ooh. Yeah, this is wild. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go back to the book now. Yeah, anywhere. Oh, I recognize some of this. Yes. Oh, hang on. Look at Hieronymus. Oh, okay, never mind. We're gonna do more. I mean, fuck yeah. If you guys are into this, I'm into artwork. If you want to explain what the fuck any of this, like, yeah, feel free to info dump about the artist. Hieronymus Bosch. My favorite Dutch painter. Okay, hell yeah. Oh, this looks interesting. Terror and Desire. Ooh. Oh, look at the little geese. Oh. Yeah, this is hella cool. It's like very colorful, but it's almost like the colors have like this cold edge to them, if that makes any sense. Yeah, anywhere windy, you get trees that have been lent by the wind. Okay, so it's not just like exclusive to, I mean, that makes sense, but yeah. The one with the skull helm is really affecting to me. I look at Garden of Earthly Delights every few weeks for inspiration on aesthetic. Wait, Garden of Earthly Delights. This. Hang on. Do I have this book? I think I might physically have this book. Is it in my house currently? Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay, no. I have a book that has a very similar title to this. I don't know how to describe the style of the artwork. It's like creepy cute. I love museums. Hell yeah. I haven't been to museums since I was like 13, but like vibes. There is one with a crawling figure. I forget the title. Excellent taste, as always. Hell yeah. It's always interesting to see when a tree has managed to hold on to life on the edge of a cliff or something clearly shaped by the conditions. Yes, I've had this thought so many times. Like I've had. Okay, I was out with someone one time, and they were like, "Oh, oh my god, look at where that tree is growing." Like, that's not a good place for a tree to grow. And I was just like, mate, it survived in spite of everything. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, it's on the edge of a cliff. It's like hanging sideways, like just, and it's still alive. That's metal. That's impressive. That's amazing. Like, yeah. I'm very normal about things like this. That does sound like a great time just to have someone hot info dump about art in the museum. Yes, this is what I want my life to be. Like I'll do whatever I have to. I'll like work the job, go back into IT, whatever. But I want to have enough time in my life to just like do things I love, make art, and like listen to hot, intelligent people tell me about the shit that they're like really interested in. Yeah. Bosch is known for his trip trip. Why are you guys torturing me with the pronunciation this morning? Triptych of hell, purgatory, heaven, especially hell. It's a lot of symbolic weird tortures. Garden of Earthly Delights is a painting, not a. Oh, okay. Then okay, I have a book of art that's like got a very similar title. I will look for it later if I actually still own it, because I didn't. Yeah. Garden of Earthly Delights is a painting. It's technically 3 paintings in one. Inky, hi, Ginny, hello, welcome to the stream. My friends visit me every now and then, and I take them to museums whether they like it or not. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. Expose them to the culture. Museums are great, although we do tend to lean towards local or niche history ones. Art museums are also great. I know fuck all about like the politics of museums, like just generally, like, I don't know like which ones are the good ones, the bad ones, the ones that have been like marked by colonialism. I know that there's stuff. I just don't know what the stuff is. So, but like we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Like I currently don't have access to any fucking museums. The only museum in my town is a prison, and I've been to that bitch like 18 times in my life. I don't really want to go again. um, friend, sorry, I missed your stream yesterday. Was at work. It was lit. It was, like the conversation was really cool. If we do find time for us to travel again, we'll probably mostly be looking out for places with cool museums. Ooh, I didn't know that was. Oh, okay. Of course, that can be a factor when you're choosing like where to travel. Like yeah. Triptych. Oh, triptych. Pronounced triptych. Cool. 3 paintings that go together. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Hey, all, going to lurk as I get ready for my day. Enjoy. Welcome, Rain. Hello, hello. Museums are colonial nightmares. I do enjoy immersing myself in the weight of history, even though they suck. Okay, that's good to know. How are you, friend? I was planning to go to Norway, but finances don't allow. I was in Norway briefly for work. I really loved the culture of having fish for breakfast. That left a very deep impact. I'm pretty sure every single time somebody brings up Norway, I bring up this fact that I would really like to start eating fish for breakfast. But really where I spent the most time, which is like Norwegian territory as far as I understand, was Svalbard. I was there for about 2 weeks and it was really fucking cool. Really fucking surreal because it's like very inhospitable place to settle, you know? But absolutely glorious. Just I don't know if I'll ever have the words. I mean, I hope so because poet, but like I hope to find the words to describe what the fuck that experience was like seeing the Arctic and seeing the Antarctic, because that I think those might be the two experiences that like shifted me internally on a fundamental level. It's a more global history museum in Britain or France. It's almost certainly full of stolen stuff. Museums of local history are the least likely to have much of it, but often have some, especially anywhere that has a colonial past or present. Oh, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I have heard that like the British museums are just fucking terrible as far as like stealing things. Okay, Jardín de las Delicias. This is the Garden of Earthly Delights. So these are 3 paintings? Or is there like... Oh, or is this like the full thing? So, aha. Okay, so it kind of like goes down. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I really love this type of art style. I don't know if this is criminal of me to compare this way, but like it reminds me of Where's Waldo in the sense of like there's a lot like compressed into one, like the more you look at it, the more things pop out at you. Oh my god, is this like a battering ram that's alive and eating someone? This is wild. This is so cool. And I love that this looks like a little mushroom on a spike. And a fucking sausage. Okay, yeah, I fuck with this. Hang on, I need to like save these names so I can look at them more attentively later. Do I put this in Codex? Because I don't want to make another folder for like just artworks. I'm just gonna visual art. Hieronymus Bosch, and we looked up the creepy one. Yeah. I'm not saying that in a bad way, just I like creepy art. I really like creepy art. One of my favorite visual artists on like what is it? TikTok? She does these like mixed paintings where she does traditional painting and then sculpture, and then it looks like, you know, hands crawling out of the painting and just all this stuff is really cool. Yeah. I want to go see the poles before all the ice melts. Hell yeah. I haven't been like to the poles, but yeah. Look at the thing under it, the three sections. Oh, sorry. Wait, I can still do that. The thing under it? Like the fish? The British Museum is all stolen shit. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the luck, especially the hell part. It's beautifully gross. The English crown has loved theft for a long time, from minor artifacts to entire countries. If it can be shipped back, do so. Otherwise, just take all the value generation instead. Yeah, like, I don't understand this concept that there is that, like, oh, my ancestors did like bullshit and like ripped apart other cultures, and people are still like suffering the repercussions of that. Couldn't possibly do anything to make that better. Like, I didn't do it, so I'm not gonna do anything. It just seems kind of weird to me. Like, I feel like there's a lack of empathy and compassion when there's just like complete disregard for what's happening. Like, at least have a conversation about it, you know? Garden of Earthly Delights is three scenes: Earth, left; heaven, middle; and hell, right. The painting is divided into three sections depicting each scene. Okay. Let me look up Garden of Earthly Delights. Oh, okay, now I see. So like the garden one is like the middle one. Okay, I'm getting like a bigger version of it. Oh, okay. So you said to look at the thing under it? Oh, the three. Okay, now I'm. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, this is like super high quality. Ooh. Okay, so you said Earth isn't on the left. So Earth is giving like water. Oh, actually, hang on here. Let me just switch back to the thing. I forgot how much I like vocally stim when I'm on stream. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so like Earth is giving like watered down heaven. Oh my god, I don't know what to focus on. I'm so confused, but this looks so cool. It's cool in like a it's interesting to look at kind of way, but I'm not really getting anything emotional from it because like I don't understand. Okay, orange juice has been consumed. Hopefully my chai is chill enough that I can actually start on it now. Yeah. No, my bad. Heaven left, Earth middle, hell right. Really? But like Earth and heaven look very similar. And like this looks better, although I guess like the chaos could be considered like problematic. Although why am I assuming that like the artist wants to like send the message that like heaven is in some way better than Earth? I don't fucking know what their beliefs were. Hmm. See, I want to listen to people explain artwork to me just so I can like develop some framework of like what the fuck to look for. So I'm just like is the middle purgatory? And that one this one's Earth, right? Yeah, it's weird. It's hard not to grapple with that we always found between having German ancestry and growing up in Wales close to a flooded village to give an English city water. Like, yeah, there's a lot of benefits and harm done and continuing to affect us from that history. Like, we did get fucked over as bad as Like, did we get fucked over as bad as some people? No, absolutely not. But also, we did help perpetrate and benefit from some of those horrors, and that needs to be grappled with. Yeah, it's really complicated because it's like it's like this whole concept of like, what do we owe to each other, like person to person? And the answer to that question is like, it's completely subjective, like individually, societally, culturally. Like, the social norms in South America vary greatly from the ones in North America, and it's basically the same continent. Like, I understand that it's now considered two continents, but like, it's almost the same landmass. And then as soon as you like cross an ocean, it gets like even more disparate. And then it also gets quite disparate just province to province, or like state to state, and then town to town. And it's really difficult to find harmony. And I think that I'm quite privileged in the sense that I have been able to grow up seeing a lot of different people from different cultures get along. Because, you know, like growing up on a boat and being exposed to a lot of different foreigners, and then living in a tourist town, I've always been around multicultural people in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like that has just prompted me to develop this type of like understanding that other people have different lifestyles. In a different way, it's also been kind of a hindrance, because when I started learning about things like racism and like systematic injustice, it was really difficult for me to internalize those concepts and understand that these are things that exist, because the message that I got my entire life is that everyone's really different and it doesn't fucking matter. But like, it does, because there is systemic oppression, there is like systematic injustice and stuff, and like people are oppressed based on certain things that should not matter, but systematically, unfortunately, they are still relevant. So yeah, it's all very complicated. But I think that at least when it comes to communities like this, like spaces where you're not obligated to participate, but you can just participate by choice, I think it's important to foster communities of like just being kind. Just, I think if we're starting from a baseline of communication and kindness, then we can work out the friction that naturally happens when different people interact. And that might be idealistic and naive of me, but I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna try. I get that. Wales was colonized by the English, but also you benefit from it. From further colonization, further from home, I mean. As someone who was raised in a country that still struggles with identity because of British colonialism, and then having to study and be raised in a system the British propagated, it's certainly something. Yeah, I think that one of the things that really like shattered parts of my worldview was realizing that the morals and ethics in my family kind of shit, and like I'm always going to be considered an outcast as far as like family goes, because I believe in human rights and like gay rights, and like, yeah, and that's kind of a mind fuck, because like biologically the experience is like they're my tribe, I'm supposed to do anything to be accepted by them. But if I did, that would go against my values and morals, and that's more important to me. But realizing that that is more important to me and that I'm going to stand by that has been something that I've only really come to accept in the last few years. Yeah, exactly. Like, there was a serious effort to kill Welsh culture and identity. That's awful. But also, being on the mainland reduced the amount of direct violence and allowed some of the benefits from more distant colonization to affect us. Although I was at the one public school in town, the others were Christian, so I was in class with all the Muslim kids and such. That was nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's good to see the efforts to keep Simri alive. Kindness and genuine empathy is super important. That's what I'm hoping to do with my community, at least. Hell yeah, and that definitely shows, Ali. Because, like, because of my life experiences, I'm always kind of like, on God. Just yeah, I just expect to be treated like a freak and an outcast everywhere I go. That's just like the baseline. And whenever I'm treated with like kindness and compassion, I'm like pleasantly surprised and kind of giddy. And then I smile like a bit of a dork for a while. And like, yeah, I've always felt incredibly welcomed in your community and your stream. And that's just really nice. And I would like to spend more time in your community. But yeah, you guys know how chaotic my fucking life got. I'm hoping that once things stabilize and I get used to the 40-hour work week, that I'll be able to be more active again. Because like I was on Blue Sky the other day and I was like commenting on people's things and I'm like, I miss this. I miss just like spending a little bit of time to like engage with other people, but like cooking, slaving away at the kitchen. Why am I still on here? Sorry. Hello. My face got bigger. Um, yeah. You are all such sweethearts. Yes. Yes, yes we are. Because people like to be with similar people and like game recognizes game. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I was having this conversation with a friend the other day about like communication patterns and styles and stuff and how I feel like I've kind of slingshot myself like in a very different direction than where I started because like based on societal norms and the way that we are expected to communicate as people that are like non-diagnosed and neurodivergent. Yeah, I kind of sucked like the whole like social cues. Like I was constantly confused. Like what the fuck is happening right now? Like, eh? Um, and then people were like, "It's all your fault. You're a bad communicator." So I'm like, okay. And since 2021, I've been like reading books on like communication and healthy boundaries and all this other stuff. And like bit by bit, slowly, because I'm a bit dumb and slow on the uptake, but very fast on the execution. Um, yeah, like I've been getting better at communicating, and now I'm just like going into conversations with like, this is psychologically based on peer-reviewed scientific data, the way that I am supposed to converse with you in a way that's compassionate, kind, and empathetic. And then people get angry, and I'm just like, wait, like I might have started out being a bad communicator or whatever, but like, you're not very good at this either. And so, yeah, that's just been kind of like jarring to realize that a lot of people would like project the fact that they might not know healthy ways to communicate and just make it all like your fault. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Like, can we just get to a better status? Okay, yeah. It's my rant for the day. Dude, I am a walking, talking rebellion from the systems that hold my family captive. My partner is atheist and not part of my race or culture, which continues to be a massive problem for my family. But honestly, fuck them. I'm agnostic, have thrown off the expectations like my parents placed upon me, and am outspoken with my values and beliefs. At this point, I am at legitimate danger if I ever return to Pakistan, and that's both horrifying and a little bit funny. Ali, like, you're incredibly impressive and like brave because you're making conscious choices to be yourself and like be true to your beliefs, and it's honestly amazing. And I think that that is a really good way of looking at it, like horrifying and a little bit funny because when you make light of things that are horrifying and traumatic, it kind of robs it a little bit of its power. It's kind of like satire when it comes to fascism. So I do, yeah, I just that's amazing, Ali. Like seriously. That's so strong though. Yes, the strength. Most people struggle with communication. It's a difficult skill to learn, honestly. Yeah, that's the thing. And as someone who has been trying to learn how to communicate for fucking years, I don't understand how someone can know how to communicate properly and have zero patience for anyone still learning or that has some type of barrier to communicating in like the right way or whatever. Like, It's hard. It's difficult. There's a lot of information. Once you're aware of the subjectivity of communication and the fact that everybody is having like their own experience, I just don't understand how you can't be like patient and empathetic. The math is not mathin'. I'd devour your autobiography if you'd write one. Literally. Ali, if you ever do, I need you to send me like an email or something. Like, please. I just announce it. Announce it loudly as I want to buy that. I want to read that. Maybe I'd write one. I've got tales. Fuck yeah. Plus, like, what is the worst? Oh, what is the worst comms wise is almost always neurotypical to neurodiverse comms. One or the other to itself tends to work okay to good, just not the crossover without work on both sides. Yes, and the problem that I keep encountering is that I can be like, okay, I understand that you have neurotypical communication patterns. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to put this in a package that's easier for you. And then every once in a while, I'll just be like, this one thing, just this one thing. Can you accommodate this one thing, please? Because like I'm autistic, I'm like disabled. Like, can you just this one tiny little. Well, I understand that you're autistic, but everyone's a little bit yeah, I just. And that's the thing. I don't mind putting in work to communicate with neurotypical people. Been doing it my whole fucking life at this point. Some of it's second nature. But I would just really like for it to be a little bit more balanced. That's all I want, really. Just like a crumb of reciprocity. Exactly. And it is funny because I, an idiot, can get people in such a frenzy that they'd want to cause me harm. Hilarious. Yeah. Literally. I'm like, let's be real. The world is beautiful and magical and majestic. The world is also fucked. And of all the things to hate, of all the things to want to destroy and annihilate, you choose someone like me? Like, what? I'm just a funny little queer person. Like, there's literal slavery out there. Like, there are things worth hating. Inky and I were just talking about this yesterday. Yes, I love autistic to autistic communication. Yes, okay, because like it feels so comfortable because like all of the bullshit can just go away, and like it's really funny because we'll both have moments of like, is it okay if I'm just direct? And then it's like, bitch, that's even better. Like, yes, just say it clearly, say it directly. Like last night, I was like, as you were like, you want to call for a bit, and I'm just like, I too tired. Like, nah. And that was fine. Nobody got mad. If I said that to a neurotypical person, there's a chance that they would be like, oh, you don't want to talk to me? Like, why would you take it personally? Why would you take... Yeah. Oh, I'm ready to stab someone. Mood. People want to harm over the most ridiculous things because violence is almost never justifiable on reasonable grounds. Yeah. I'm pretty much just like, I think the only thing that could make me like genuinely violent is like a snap decision reaction to like impending danger. Other than that, it's always going to be a conversation. Like, I love being able to say, I'm overstimulated, I'm done. And it's fine. Yes. Oh my god, yes. I love... Okay, when we're with Bestie, it's like sometimes... like we just reached a new agreement that if she ever just wants to like be quiet and just sit there and just be in company, and I want to talk because I talk all the fucking time, and I don't need her to like talk back, I can just talk and she can just be quiet, and that's fine. And I can just be like, hey, I need you to respond to this thing specifically. And god, I love her. Oh, just that everyone's a little autistic comment. Think you got... yeah. That's literally like... yeah. Everyone outside of my friend group, pretty much. I agree. And we are all a little non-binary. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you... And a little depressed. And a little anxious. Like, everybody has anxiety. Oh yeah? When's the last time that you left your house and then collapsed on the floor and like started crying and hyperventilating because you were so overstimulated by the fact that the world exists and that you might fall into the sky? Is that normal? Is that normal, Angelica? Yeah. Sorry, I just... Yes, but challenging the status quo suggests it could be better for everyone, which then raises the idea that maybe you aren't doing enough to fight for better. That's the thing. Like, I realize that a lot of circles where I can't express just the fact that I have morals, I have certain values. It's not even about me. It's never about me. It's always about them. It's about the fact that when I do that, they feel pressure. Like, oh, I have to be better because they're in competition with me, and I'm not even aware of the fucking game at this point. I'm just like doing my own shit. Like, god damn it, I got better shit to worry about than like if I'm better than you. Like, at this point, I probably am, just because by virtue of spending more time working on myself than worrying about what the fuck other people think. Gender's a fucking spectrum. Get it in your head. Yes. Yes. Not you all, but yeah, it's okay. We can rage at the people that like we can't verbally express this shit to day live. Because like me on stream versus me in person, I walk down the street with the angriest fucking face, and just when I speak to people, I'm incredibly polite. I'm just like, hello, good morning. I hope that you're having a really good day. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Ta-ta. Like that type of shit. Like that's the vibe pretty much when I'm just like interacting in the wild. But the rest of the time I'm just like headphones on, face flat. Leave me the fuck alone. And when I encounter people making shitty comments, I usually don't engage just because I'm too old at this point. I don't have the fucking energy. Like, they can go read a book and like figure the shit out alone. I don't have to like go through life educating people. When I see injustice, I speak up, but like my energy is reserved for that, not to just like parent everybody around me. And it scares people because it might mean they are not normal. Eek! Yeah, the amount of people that are uncomfortable with the amount of zest that they just naturally have. Okay, something really cute happened the other day. I was with a straight friend, and he started acting a little... And I was just like, he probably feels comfortable with me, and that's like really cute. I'm only a little non-binary in that I share a body with non-binary folk. Fuck yeah. Fair, just one gender is hard. Having so many sounds like a chore. I mean, like, yeah, like, have just the closet, like the makeup and stuff, like that sounds like logistically quite a lot. Yeah, no, normality is an easy comfort blanket if it can gift you. But when it's clearly shown that it isn't needed, that makes its discomforts more obvious, and the immediate conclusion is you made them uncomfortable and are therefore the problem, not the comfort blanket of normality. Yeah. I'm kind of getting kind of sick and tired of just like my existence making other people uncomfortable, but it's also liberating in a way, right? Because like, sure, sometimes I get better treatment because I'm being more authentic. Sometimes I get worse treatment because I'm being more like outspoken and stuff. But I used to work really, 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 really hard to fit in, and I still got treated like shit. So realizing that has been incredibly liberating in the I could never be enough. I could never be like straight enough, like good enough. Like it doesn't matter what I do. So I just feel completely empowered to do what I want, do what makes me happy. I mean, I say it like it's easy. I'm constantly messaging my friends like, is it okay if I do this? Is this like allowed? Like, can I? But that's because I'm unlearning a lot of subconscious automatic behavior that I used to learn as a survival. Well, I had to learn as a survival mechanism to make it, just to make it through the day, to survive. Yeah. As a cishet man, I can be the problem people have to deal with when they're being any kind of phobic. These hands are rated B for bigots. Oh my god, Ali. I mean this platonically. The way that is so attractive, just like, yes. Being the weird person is so freeing, though. It gives you permission to be yourself. You don't have to pretend. Yes, Esme, exactly. Yeah, if we had the money to have separate closets, it would be an organizational nightmare. The joys of scraping. If you need any, like, organizational advice, like, I'm realizing that I'm actually quite good at organizing things. I'm wondering if I can turn that into, like, a thing. Like, TikToks on how to organize things, if that's like, I don't know. But I really like sorting things. Like, literally take me to your messy closet and just like bring me snacks and juice, and I'll just organize everything. That makes me happy. You are absolutely the benchmark for allyship. Yes, you always proactively stick up for us and cheer us on. Yes. And you seem at ease and comfortable with people who are not cis and or het. Yes, and that's incredibly validating. Because that's the thing, like, I think me and a lot of us in the community, we don't really want other people to get like gayer. It's just like, leave me alone. If possible, be like nice. That's it. Like, we don't actually want other people to change. We just want to be ourselves. Yeah. But then we were talking about this earlier, how our existence kind of like highlights the existence of systems of oppression and the fact that people don't actually have true freedom. Because, you know, freedom is less about like picking the thing and more like, a creator I really like, a non-binary creator, made this point about freedom is not like multiple choice, it's fill in the blank. Oh yeah, being outwardly and openly weird is so freeing, especially being openly plural. We have seen how it helps other systems feel less alone. That's really cool. And that's like something that I hope to achieve. And I think I am kind of, because okay, I've been getting looks. I get a lot of looks. I mean, look at I don't even have any makeup on right now, like just by virtue of being hot, and then by virtue of being weird, and then by virtue of like not dressing traditionally feminine, like yeah. Some of the looks I get are from like young people, like young queer people, boys, girls, and it's I mean, I'm autistic, I'm not sure, but like it's this look of like, and then they like smile and I'm just like, hi. Like, yes, you can also do this. And yeah, I don't know, it makes me feel like maybe I'm making a little bit of a difference in my small town. Yeah. And it makes me want to go harder, just like get weirder, just be more expressive. I just have a limited closet as well. But yeah, helping others is the idea. So being open and visible, we can do so, even if only occasionally and fractionally. Have you guys ever experienced this thing where like people will make you feel like you're bad or wrong for wanting to help other people? Because like that's kind of been my experience, in the sense of like, just focus on yourself, just do it for yourself, it's all about you. And like, yeah, sure, like I'm trying to do that just for my mental health and stuff, because I tend to people please and shit, and I have a history of devoting myself to others to the detriment of myself. But like, it feels nice and good, and it makes me happy to help other people. And I don't know why that isn't like something that people go, hey, that's nice of you. Like, why is the response, why are you doing that? On the other hand, I do understand why, when I am being like nice or trying to be helpful, some people are very suspicious of me, because a lot of predators will just be like faking that to get something out of them or to get to a place of trust and stuff. So like, I do understand that side of it. I just don't understand why people on the outside that understand that I don't have weird intentions are like, why are you doing that? Like, huh? Huh? That confuses me. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hang on, I to catch up with it. Well, I want to catch up with the chat. I have to stop saying have to. I want to. I want to be here. I kind of burnt myself out with the job search yesterday, so this is kind of self-care. But yeah, okay, I read that one. I mean, weird and hot are synonyms after all. I like that. I've just started wearing trans pins just in case. I want trans pins. I can't find like queer creators, like artisans locally. I know they exist, I just can't fucking find them. I'm very bad at finding people. I'm very obviously trans, although people still seem to see me as a cis man, even in skirts. Some people are very unobservant, but I wanted to plant a flag, so to say. I mean, is it really being unobservant, or is it because I feel like some people are just, they're being kind of obnoxious on purpose. It's like, oh, you're trying to be perceived as a woman. I'm gonna like double down on the other thing, like just to make you feel better. I don't want to believe people are like that, but like they keep proving the point that they're kind of dicks sometimes. Yep, sometimes it's a valid point though. I was a hyper conservative person when I was young, and I still thought people being unkind to non cishet people was a little weird. Some people I call my closest friends yelled at me for days and systematically destroyed my horrible worldview. My entire philosophy relies entirely on treating others the way I want to be treated by others and always being kind. Hell yeah. That's amazing, Ali. And like the fact that you were open to that, because like, okay, I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but like, I did not start out progressive. My family is not progressive. So like lots of stuff there. So it's been like a whole journey unlearning all this shit, but by virtue of being on the internet and like consuming content that had like queer undertones and then was just like openly queer, I just ended up in communities where I saw people from like different walks of life that had like progressive mindsets, and eventually the resistance to that turned into curiosity, which turned into, oh shit, yeah, yeah. But like it's an uncomfortable transition, so kudos for going through that and for being so open about the values you hold now. Like that's so brave. Capitalism depends on selfishness, so it's part of the base indoctrination. Okay, that makes sense. But when I help an unhoused person or something, that's just BS. Sometimes being kind means being supportive and welcoming. Other times it means yelling at strangers for being a dick. This is something that I'm learning this year. I no longer want to be the person that's like either, oh yeah, I'm just like non-binary, but it's like chill if you can't use the pronouns, or silent. I want to be a little bit more aggressive, just for because I'm fucking sick and tired of just being nice all the time, and I think that there's something in my morality that's shifting a little bit, where like silence when I'm capable of expressing myself in the face of some fucking bullshit is as good as saying like the bullshit's okay. And obviously there are lots of situations where I am gonna shut the fuck up just cause safety. But when I don't have to, I think I'm gonna start experimenting with the whole like, yeah, no, actually respect me. Like respect me or shut the fuck up. That's friendship. People who will shake you by the shoulders and tell you you're being a doofus. Also, I lost a ring. Where? Oh, here it is. There you go. Dragon skills. And tell you you're being a doofus. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Treat people how they want to be treated. Treating everyone as I wanted to be treated would just leave nobody to pin against the wall to make out. Okay. Okay. I have a you're creative people. You're like me. I have a question. I wrote something kind of spicy, and I might release it. I might release an edited version of it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. But like, what is it like to like release the content that I've been releasing, and then every once in a while like release something like that, and then just keep going as if nothing happened? Like, is that allowed in creative spaces, or am I supposed to just create a different space that's just for that? But it feels weird to like set it apart because it's just more writing. But it is definitely very spicy. There is a rainbow pin for you in the package I sent. Really? Oh my god, Esme, thank you. I'm really excited for that to finally make it to fucking customs from a small queer shop in York. Hell yeah. Hang on, I got lost. I like you. I like Sphere too. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, Gwade. That was a wolfish comment, if I ever. Am I pronouncing that right? Gwade? Almost like a wolf said it. Just remember to be safe. Don't put yourself in dangerous situations. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's a fucking gamble. And like I know I grew up here, but like Argentina's fucking weird and I am just not 100% culturally aware of the differences, and living in America for a while kind of shifted my perspective on things, and it was at a very weird stage in my development as an adult. So, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I want to do this. I'm gonna go very slowly and I'm gonna check in a lot with my friends. Like, was that cool? Well, a little danger is fun sometimes. I mean, that's very appropriate for someone whose middle name is Danger. I need to do some stupid shit every once in a while to feel alive. Yes, it's allowed. Okay, thank you. Yeah, but in IRL situations, I would rather you'll be alive and safe, please. Don't worry. I am very much like, I don't have much in the ways of weapons yet, although I am going to start drilling with my foam sword. Um but like I have a lanyard, and whenever I walk, especially at night, I have that like in my hand, like ready to whack a bitch. And I'm comfortable like screaming, kicking, like whatever. And like and when it comes to situations where I don't know people, I am gonna be masking. It's it's okay. I care a lot about my safety. This has not historically been the case, but now, yeah, it really is. I'd love to read the spicy stuff. It absolutely is. Probably worth marking it as spicy, but you are always allowed to share it. Okay. Because, okay, it's like this feeling of like, is it going to make other people feel weird? Because it's a weird experience to make art for me, but then want to share it to connect. And like being very new to it. Yeah. I decided against adding spice to book one and alluding to it, but there will be spice. Oh, yes. Inky, could you find me a phone number or email for the package? I'll kick some you mean like to contact like customs and stuff? The spice must flow. I need to learn self-defense. Yeah, like I mean really I want to learn how to like I want to feel better. I want to feel stronger. And it would also be nice to like if some shit goes down, because it's becoming increasingly likely with like certain atmospheres, to be able to like, throw down. I don't want to though. Like I don't. I would be very happy to live out the rest of my life and never get in a fucking fight. But I'm also aware that if some shit went down, I would be the first one to jump on someone's neck. Um, Sharing my spicy stuff was nerve-wracking. Yeah, I think we also had a conversation about that. We like spicy art from people. Like half the web comics we're currently up to date on is spicy. I'm so dumb. Cause like, okay, I'm realizing literally like live, that the resistance is coming from this place of like not wanting to rock the boat. But this is not appropriate in this space, cause like, okay, work, neurotypical communication, those are the spaces where I mask and like water down the glory and amazingness that is who I am as a person. But not here. Here, this is literally like my target audience are rather queer neurodivergent people and like fucking amazing allies like Ali. So like, fuck that. I will figure out what I will be sharing of it, but I will definitely be sharing some level of it, because like yeah, I want to share. I think it's good, and it feels liberating to share my writing. So yeah. Um Especially because I'm more of a dom slash sadist sometimes, and I don't want to trigger people who were hurt by shitty people. Well, yeah, but that's like with the marking and the trigger warnings. I'll definitely like put lots of warnings on mine. Like, I think it's okay as long as there's a warning, because like it's important to be considerate of other people, but I'm realizing that there's a lot of cultural subconscious stuff that I've learned that pushes me towards not doing things because it might fuck somebody else up. And it's like, me writing something kind of spicy doesn't automatically hurt someone. Like, I understand why I learned that, but like, it's more like everybody's responsible to keep themselves safe. And my responsibility, in my opinion, based on my values, is to just warn. Like, if you want to avoid it, here is your chance. Otherwise, like, your well-being is your responsibility. I was almost kidnapped as an 8-year-old, and I only got away because I was in school and basically facts and logicked my way out of going with him. I've had guns pointed at me 3 times. I've been in several car accidents and multiple issues with cult stuff and local gangs. I'm begging y'all to be careful interceding in dangerous situations. Damn. I mean, Ali, that kudos to your skills and survival instincts, because like, fuck, that sounds like so traumatic, like all of that. Yeah, like, I've been in enough dangerous situations that like, no thank you, never again. And like, yeah, like safety is incredibly important to me. At the same time, you know, with my plans to move to a bigger city, I am aware that I do live in a small town and I'm not really like fully conscious of the risks and dangers and how to avoid them. But the way that I plan to rectify that is by being very careful. And when I do go through that transition, messaging everybody I fucking know, like, your bitch is dumb, please give the knowledge. And I will write it down. Yeah. You have a point. I've been working with my therapist on not doing too much dangerous stuff. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's important to have like awareness and then figure out the balance that works for you. But in slightly lighter news, I know for a fact that I'm a switch and the lever turns like a goddamn metronome. Hell yeah. Nice. Switches are an important part of any community. Absolutely. I knew I was a dom before I knew what sex was, but I want to experience the sub side at least once. I'm gathering the courage to join the local community. Share your location with people you trust is very helpful. Yes, that, like having the shared location pin thing. I'm not super experienced in, and definitely not outside of a relationship. I don't know what the terms and conditions for this type of conversation are on Twitch. Can someone please elucidate me? Because, like, I'm fine with it. But, like, are we gonna break the rules? Yeah, I have a friend I always keep up to date before I do stupid shit. I think it's fine. Okay. I think let me just Google it. Um... Okay, explicit descriptions are not allowed. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, it's okay. I think it should be fine as long as we're not being too explicit, and this is marked as an 18+ stream. Okay, cool. I'm still new to the streaming. I only started in January, so I get anxious. Discussing best practices should be fine. Okay, well, since we're talking about this, I honestly don't know. If I'm being completely honest, no clue. But I think that what I want to experiment with is topping. Because that just seems comfy, seems safe. Knowing this is kind of useless at the moment because like I'm not even like in touch with my local queer community, but like at least I know. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's kind of like the flavor of what I want to share. And I feel like I might end up writing like more stuff like that. I don't know. It's fun and like I don't know. It's giving so much clarity to like all the stuff that I grew up reading, like the fan fiction and stuff, and like the stuff that I actually gravitated to. I went to a swinging club a few weeks ago. That was pretty shit. Oh, that's unfortunate. I feel like I'm going through this. I mean, healing journey. I'm learning so much about myself just generally, and in this regard, I realized that a lot of what I expressed as my identity before was kind of performative. So now that I'm starting to genuinely be myself, like other stuff is snapping into focus and like, yeah. So I simultaneously feel like I have a degree of knowledge and experience and also fuck all. So still feeling like a baby guy. Topping is great. I love being in control and doing everything in my power to please my partner. Hell yeah. But I'm thinking I might try again sometime. Oh, wait, hang on. I didn't read this message. People couldn't keep their hands to themselves. There was no atmosphere, and I was with someone who kind of fucked me up. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Esme. Yeah, same. Like, I hope I also hope you're okay. Like, shit. Okay, that is a little sobering. Cause like, yeah, I've been reading about like non-hierarchical poly and stuff, and the theory sounds really good, but yeah, I think it's also important to like, what Ali was talking about, like be very safe and just unfortunately hold space for the fact that a lot of people are dicks and like that fucking sucks. Cause like it's already so hard to just like put yourself out there and try, right? Like, bleh. I am. I left pretty quick, stayed sober, and people knew where I was. Fuck yeah. Swinging is adjacent to kink and polyamory, but yeah, definitely not the same. Can very much have an interesting idea on what consent is assumed. Oh yeah, like something that I feel might turn people away from me is just the fact that I will be just communicating, negotiating every fucking thing, like, and I just want everything to be clearly said and stated. If anything gets like even mildly power dynamic-y, like, yeah, no, I'm not about like implied anything. Sorry, no. Topping is definitely great to have the control over someone, making them give in to the pleasure of what you're doing. Yeah, I think that partially it's an like emotional safety thing for me, because I have this tendency to like basically just be very into other people, and I think that if I'm starting my journey from like a place of being more in control, I'll be able to set limits for myself and just be like, okay, this is what's going to happen, and it will automatically put me in a position of like when things get to be too much to be like, okay, this is as far as it goes. Because yeah, I'm learning to be gentle with myself and actually prioritize like my wants and needs, because like caring for another person's wants and needs is like my baseline, my automatic, and I don't want to do that to the detriment of myself anymore. Yep. You keep your hands off me, and I'm going to do what I can to give you an amazing time. Hell yeah. I love that way of expressing it. Inky, establishing and enforcing boundaries are incredibly important. Never let anyone else dictate what is or is not what you want. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the reason why I want to start this whole thing like very, very gently and very slow. Because like I know that, but that has not been like my experience in practice. Cause like, I mean, you've read my book. You have some idea of like the emotional experience that I've been through. So yeah, it's about like now that I know that, affirming it through experience. And honestly, I've been doing really well just doing that with friends. Bit by bit, just being like, this is not okay. I'm not comfortable here. Speaking up when something feels like a little weird. And my friends have been incredibly kind and patient with me, and yeah, there's been like minimal friction in those experiences, which is good because I know that as I continue to do this more and more, there will be more friction with people that don't know me as well, aren't as considerate, strangers. So it's like I'm developing the ability to like stand my ground bit by bit in healthier environments. Not much, but people put arms around me, etc. I shut that down immediately. Fuck yeah, go Esme. Yeah, that's fair. A good partner will stop the moment you ask, regardless of top, bottom, sub, dom stuff, but it's fair to be cautious about it and start slowly and with the most control you can have. Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, it is like literally like putting yourself out there. And like, at least in my situation, I don't know like a ton of people super well for like years and years to have like a decent grasp on like who they are as people. So there's this like inherent risk, and I'm reading books on how to navigate that. I'm having conversations with people. I'm like trying to gather as much knowledge as I can. But I also have an understanding of the fact that there's a very big part of this that I will only learn through experience and through falling on my fucking face and like fucking up, messing up, making bad choices. So I'm just like, bring it on, gently, slowly, but like bring it on. um Exactly. I need a lot of reassurance that yes, you do want me to be rough or kinky. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I think that, well, I honestly don't know, but like, yeah, I just think that verbal confirmation is very important to me. That like everyone is on board, comfortable, safe, happy with what is happening, like, yeah. And I'm finding out that there's ways to make that kind of hot, like make that communication part of like what's going down. So like, yeah, that's like a skill I want to develop a little bit better. I've cut out a lot of people from my life because they were not good people, and we're going to make efforts. I'll make no effort to be better. I give people chances, but when they prove to me that they have no intention of being different, I will get in their faces and show them exactly how stupid they are being. Yeah, that that is the goal. That is the goal with like my closest friends, because there's different tiers of it. At least the way that my life is functioning right now, it's like the people I have no attachment to but engage with consistently, like work, grocery store stuff, like that type of thing. And then there's the people that I have like vague connections with, like neighbors, but like we don't, like, lots of distance there. And then when it comes to friends, it's like acquaintances, friendships, and then deep friendships. And like my standards for those different people vary a lot. And there's also a degree of tolerance that I have to have just by virtue of like, if I become very strict with my morals and like only hanging out with people that like, are on the same page, this town is microscopic. I won't talk to anyone, but like barely anyone. So yeah, it's kind of like, but I'm hoping to change my social habits once I move to somewhere with higher population density. Um, oh, it can be very hot. The verbal part, the verbal consent. Hell yeah. About to like hit him with the autistic riz. Official. My partner and I talk about exactly what we're doing as we do stuff. Is very hot and very safe at the same time. Fuck yeah, that's so affirming. It's just to know that like I'm not the only person that wants to do that. Yeah, verbal consent can be very sexy. Of course, regardless of sexiness, it needs to be established, but sexy definitely doesn't hurt. Hell yeah. Safe words. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been on that ship for like a while. Yeah, talk me through it. I mean, literally though. Just me thinking back to all the times people have been like, can you just be a little, like, can you just talk less? And I'm just like, that was a red flag. That was a red fucking flag. Like, what do you mean you want me to shut the fuck up? I'm adorable. I'm hot. My voice is amazing. Like, what do you... Yeah. I'm now incredibly suspicious of people that don't want to communicate. It's like, you do you. Far away from me. Look, my partner and I are long distance. We have to, and we enjoy it sometimes. Talk less in bed? No. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I felt weird because that was such a fucking consistent experience, but like, nah, I'm gonna go full insane and just be like, everyone else is the problem and not me. At least in this one way, I will openly admit that like I have been incredibly problematic. I just work to change it, so like, fuck it. Um, Ba-da-ba-ba. Safe words, not just stop words, but ease off or slow down words as well. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, gags aside. As you should, those people are dicks. Yeah. Yeah. I used to be so sad when like I lost connections like that. Like, you know, those friend groups, those groups of people. But now I'm just like, I really do think I'm better off. It's taken a while, but like now that I'm here, I'm just like, and it really is true that when you cut out those types of people from your life, you create space to meet people that align a lot better with who you are. It's like, you know, once you change. And that's really nice. Yay, I caught an Inky stream. Oh my god, Chana! Hi, how are you, beautiful? Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're just doing a casual little like chatting thing. I'm getting back into the swing of things. We were doing some reading, but now we're just like chatting. I know this is marked as an 18+ stream, but the conversation got kind of spicy, just be aware. Not just like suggestive, but it's talking about things like directly. Yeah, not wanting to communicate is worrying. Like, okay, sure, if a mouth is otherwise occupied. But even then, you still want clear signs for keep going and stop or ease off. Yeah, and that one's easy. Just like hand signs or like taps, like Morse code. Like, there are ways. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, I am. It's been a lot. Lots of like life changes, big shifts. I'm basically like, yeah, just like adjusting to a lot of changes and about to start working full time after like years of healing. So yeah, I've been doing just like the freelance thing for a while, but now I'm gonna actually like get exploited fully. But I still want to keep streaming throughout. I might be streaming less often or doing less of like the structured streams, but I still want to keep doing this because this is functional for me. This makes me really happy, and I get to connect with my amazing fucking community, which like now that I'm gonna be spending so much time with like neurotypical people is gonna become incredibly necessary. Good point to join, Chana. Yes. The first friend group I cut ties with were horrible bullies and misogynistic pieces of garbage. I punched 2 of them in the face. I'm very quick to anger when it's warranted. I'll be honest, Ali, I did not expect you to be this badass when we first met. Cause like the vibes are so kind and gentle and like, but like, oh my god. This is really cool. Oh, you got the job. Hell yeah. Oh, no, not necessarily. I will be starting work soon, as in like I'm sending an obscene amount of like feelers out. I'm in the process for like 3 things right now, but there's no guarantees. I've not been like hired yet, but like I'm seeing results and I'm hopeful that one of them is gonna fucking, yeah. Good luck, friend. Thank you. I wish you luck and hope things work in the better for you. Thank you, Chana. Thank you so much. I kind of abandoned Valorant. Like, honestly, the one thing that I was excited about with that game was playing more with you or playing with Elk, but just, yeah, life took over. I've not actually played video games in weeks. It's kind of ridiculous because I have been a hardcore gamer since I was like 13. So, yeah, but I've just been like reading and working and cooking and like I am enjoying the more analog flavor to my life, but I really want to play a couple games. Like, I want to keep going with Stray Gods, and I would really like to play Lost in Random, this like new game I got, and I was really enjoying playing Core Keeper with my friend Pingu. But yeah, whenever I get the chance to stream, it's like let's chat or poetry for now. Gotta run. Thanks for the stream. Of course, Esme. Well, I'm just about like running out of fuel, so I'm probably gonna cut the stream soon. But like, thank you so much for popping by. I've been grinding Dark Souls, and I recently got Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines. Ooh, okay, that sounds like Castlevania-ish, or is it more like RPG? That sounds really cool. I've never played a video game with a vampire, but I love vampires. RPG. Ooh. Okay. But yeah. Okay, I'm definitely running out of fuel. So Thank you very much for joining the stream. I hope you had a good one. The conversation was really cool, really interesting. I really like how naturally the stream kind of like bounced around and stuff, and it really makes me want to come back and do this more. And I no longer feel rusty. I feel like this is it. This is enough to get back into the swing. So hopefully we can just keep it swinging. Oh my god, I just made a I forgot we were talking about. Okay, have a great rest of your day, and if you want to buy my book or see my content or sign up for the free poetry newsletter, inkycapnip.com. And yeah, you can also see my card and all the information about me in the About Me section on Twitch. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. I will pick a song and see you next time. Mwah.